Next on Worcester News tonight, Worcester Regional Airport now offering flights to New York City. We take a look at some of the things you can do in the Big Apple for the day. Plus, the Burns Bridge lights up green in honor of Children's Mental Health Week. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. We begin tonight with a Worcester man charged with killing his neighbor. According to the Worcester County District Attorney's Office, Jacinto Maldonado pled guilty Friday. Maldonado was sentenced to 10 to 12 years for manslaughter in the 2016 shooting death of his neighbor, Carlos Maldonado. The two are not related. Jacinto pled guilty to 2 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon and assault and battery and discharging a firearm within 500 feet of a building. Prosecutors say detectives found Carlos Maldonado on the front lawn suffering from a gunshot wound. He later died at the hospital. Providing a safe space and resources to LGBTQ youth. It's the goal of the group Safe Homes in the City. Friday night, the organization held their annual gala and People of Courage Awards. 8 people were awarded for their service and involvement in the group. Organizers say Safe Homes is an important program for young people who may be struggling to find counseling or therapy.
When you ask people to describe Safe Homes, if they've been there before, the thing they're going to tell you is that it's a safe space. It's also a place where kids can access resources that they may not be able to access elsewhere.
And close to 300 people attended the event at the AC Marriott in Worcester. JetBlue launches its first flight from Worcester Regional Airport to JFK in New York Thursday. The jet was about half full for the inaugural flight. Massport says JFK opens up Worcester to the world. Several people on the flight were going to spend the day in the city, including Massport's chairman of the board, Lou Evangelitis.
There's so much to do, so your options are limitless. I can't think it much better than that.
And the flight in took about only 30 minutes, leaving plenty of time to spend the day in the city before the late night flight back to Worcester. And we were on board the first flight in and spent the day exploring New York City during our layover. Believe it or not, this is a statue of a real man who was almost 9 feet tall. It's just one of the many displays you'll question at Ripley's Believe It or Not in New York City.
All of this stuff is real. These are real people that did live or did exist at one point, but it's so unbelievable. So whether you believe it or not, it was real. It's hard to believe, but it did exist.
The interactive museum says it's unlike anything else you'll see in Times Square.
We have unique animals and replicas and stories about different people from all over the world from Robert Ripley's travels.
In the 15-hour layover between getting to JFK and the flight home to Worcester, we stopped at many different places to check out the sights, sounds, and taste of the city. At Schmackery's Bakery, we sampled what they call New York's best cookie.
We have different flavors every day, so we have 4 flavors that remain constant. Every day there are best-selling flavors: funfetti, chocolate chip, maple bacon, cookies and cream.
They're worth the trip in from New Jersey for on a weekly basis.
And at Holy Cream, they whipped us up their specialty donut ice cream sandwich.
We start with a high-quality yeast raised ring. Then you get to pick a flavor of ice cream. We have 40 selections. We then ice your donut. You pick between vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and Nutella. Nutella is everybody's friend. And then you add whatever toppings you want, and then we add some drizzles, and then you get to enjoy it.
Just a quick Uber drive away, Chelsea Market is a food hall, shopping mall, and office building all in one. One of the most popular spots seemed to be Los Tacos #1.
One of the best.
I don't know, they're just amazing. I don't know what they do, but...
So whether you plan on spending the day or the weekend, you now have the option of taking a quick flight to New York.
It just means so many more people can come and experience this beautiful city.
And Worcester Regional Airport will also soon be offering flights to Philadelphia in October, making the traveling opportunities endless. The Burns Bridge lit up green Friday night in honor of Children's Mental Health Week. According to the parent professional advocacy group, 1 in 5 children in the U.S. has a mental health disorder, and 1/2 of all lifetime instances of mental illness begin before the age of 14. The Advocacy League says these youth are more likely to be bullied, suspended, or fail to graduate school altogether. They're asking parents and teachers to learn and recognize the early warning signs of mental health needs. A first-of-its-kind program in the Bay State holding a graduation in the city Friday. The Worcester Police Department and Worcester County District Attorney's Office teaming together to give people a chance at recovery. Our Chandler Walsh has the story.
Jorge Guzman graduates from the Biodiversion Treatment Alternative Program. Guzman says it's been a blessing in his path to recovery after years of using crack and heroin.
I had been toying with, I gotta stop this, because like I said, it had been 6 long straight years of using.
Guzman is one of 4 in the pilot program's first graduating class. The partnership includes the Worcester Police Department and the District Attorney's Office. It's the first of its kind in Massachusetts thanks to a state grant.
This EOPS grant allows us to grab people at a time, when the disease is at its worst, and we can put them right into treatment.
The program works with people in possession of opiates or who attempt to buy them. They're offered treatment instead of criminal charges or jail time. It takes place at Spectrum Health Center's Everyday Miracles Peer Recovery Center.
Monitor their recovery, set up meetings for them, or if they want to get on medicated assisted treatment, set that up. Doctor's appointment. If they need housing, we'll help them find housing.
Michael Irello is the diversion program's case manager. He says the community backing with police and the DA's office makes all the difference.
These are 4 individuals that could have been dead because of their addiction, or they could have been in the court system, tying up time, money, or they could have been in prison.
Guzman says he feels great. He says his counselors offered support and were always there to listen.
Giving me a chance to get back on my feet. I could not get a day clean until I came here.
Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
10 people are displaced after a fire tears through a 3-decker on John Street Thursday night. Worcester firefighters arrived just after 6 p.m. The fire was contained to the back porches and attic. The damage to the apartment could only be seen from the back. Worcester Fire says 6 adults and 4 children are displaced. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Around 1/3 of Worcester's water systems date back to the 20th century and will need to be replaced. The Department of Public Works has a long-term integrated water plan to improve services without seeing spikes in water and sewer rates. Commissioner Paul Musi says it will keep the city's water quality high, decrease water main breaks, help the environment, and allow for growth in the city.
It's the right thing to do. It's don't stick your head in the sand kind of thing until there's major problems and we have pending emergencies constantly. This is to try to get ahead of that type of a situation.
And DPW will hold a public meeting in 2 weeks for home and business owners to learn more about the plan.